Playa Society, really started as an exploration of how to get it right when it comes to women's sports merch and design. I just had the confidence that taking a look at all the ways that people were getting it wrong, why not try and do it the right way, in a way that celebrates and highlights the women who actually play and the fans who actually care about the sport and the players and all of those things. And so in 2018 was when I launched, and at that time I was selling one t-shirt design, which was a female athlete t-shirt. I designed that in August of 2017, and then once I kind of started to sell a few of those, that's when I got the idea to really build a brand around that message, around that concept. I think I never really know what a product's gonna look like until it's done. If it's a player, I'm usually thinking about interactions that I may have had, or favorite moments or plays, and I try to bring that energy, because a lot of this is really personal, right? I do this because I love basketball. I do this because I love the WNBA. It's very relaxing for me, the design process, especially if I'm sketching something. I'll even sometimes have games on that I'm watching, which makes it a little bit harder to sketch because gotta tune in. I think as early as elementary school, maybe 5th grade, I would walk around my sketchbook. So I knew from early on that I wanted to go to fashion design school. That was the plan for me. But being tall, I was always encouraged to play basketball. By the time I got to high school, everybody was telling me, you should play basketball, you should play basketball. And I was like, no, I'm going to fashion design school. I don't have time for basketball. But of course I was convinced to play. And by my sophomore year of high school, I started playing and fell in love with basketball. And then it was all about getting that Division I scholarship, and I forgot all about going to design school. So it was kind of a quick turnaround for me. The idea to actually combine fashion with my newfound love of basketball. I was getting my master's degree while I was playing overseas, and I was studying marketing, and I was studying the lack of representation for women in sports advertising. And so it was really just me researching and learning about it, and then talking about it to everyone around me. And I remember one day someone asked me if I was going to do something about the problem, and I was like, what do you mean? I'm playing basketball, I'm going to be a basketball coach. I think it was that question that stuck with me. And then I was like, what if I did do something? So I started to play around with, well, what if a company could shift the culture? What if I could create the brand that doesn't exist? 100% I'm never satisfied. So to say I'm happy where I'm at is am I happy? Every day I wake up and I get to do what I love, but I'm also always pushing towards a bigger goal, or just trying to max out and do the best that I can with what I've got. I don't even think Playa Society's barely scratched the surface of what it can become. At first, I was just doing what I felt compelled to do, doing what I saw was missing. I'll have to take some time and reflect on how far I've come at some point, but I do keep my eyes looking forward a lot.